Hey guys, so I wanted to share my really favourite things from 2021. So that's things that I only got from 2021, not old favourites that remain favourites but that I had had for years. It was things that came to me that were new to me in 2021. So I wrote some lists and I was trying to whittle it down and I've managed to get down to 10 things. So stay tuned for the 10 best buys of 2021. Okay, so again, lots of things I really enjoyed, but these are the things that when I spent a week or two really narrowing it down, these were the ones that made the most impact. I've got some honourable mentions at the end, but they're pretty new. One of them's pretty new. One of them just didn't make the cut because it's an everyday item and I don't know, it just wasn't as exciting as some of the other things. But these are the 10. So for skincare, my biggest sort of impact of the year has been discovering this brand, Rhodes skincare. It's a small brand, it's a UK brand. Everything will be linked down below so that you can check out some of these things yourself. My skin has been super dry, super sensitive, and things that I've always enjoyed are suddenly making my face react when they'd been fine for years. So I can't use my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream at the minute because it's making my skin on my cheeks prickle. So I was looking for stuff that was good for sensitive skin, and I follow someone on Instagram, Space Masks, Harriet from Space Masks, and she was going on about this brand and I was curious, so I checked it out. I have got the sort of serum, the Edelweiss Skin Rescue, which is a really lovely soft serum that really makes your face feel soft and supple straight away. And then I've been following that up with the Orange Skin Food, which is the really rich moisturizer. I also have this nice Madonna Lily and Desert Rose face oil, and I have also tried the hand cream and the exfoliator. Really, honestly, these things, when my skin is like flaky and dry, it really makes it feel nourished, and really lovely products. For makeup, oh, it's so hard because there are lots of things that I enjoyed, but my absolute sort of most game changer out of everything has been these sticks from Westman Atelier, which is Gucci Westman's line. So for quite a while, probably late 2020, I had the blush stick, which is called, is it the Baby Cheeks, and I have it in Chouquette, which is the lightest, sort of most neutral warm pink, and I just love the formula. You know, some cream products kind of melt away to nothing and you have to top them with a powder. Some are too stiff, and so when you blend them, you like drag them over your foundation or sort of make your face go red because you're having to really blend and work it in. These are just the right, they really stay, but they're really soft and creamy as well. Really lovely. And because I really enjoyed that, I ended up, they're really pricey, which is probably why I took my time. I ended up adding the contour stick and the highlighter stick, which is this one, which looks really warm in this ring light, but it's like a very neutral kind of shimmery. I'm not going to do swatches just because I'm going to handle other things and I don't want to get makeup on them. But this one is the lit up highlight stick in Nectar. I might do some swatches at the end and insert them. And then finally, this is amazing. This is the contour stick. I used the Charlotte Tilbury wand with the sponge tip for ages, but I just don't, I'm not a fan of sponge tips hygiene wise. It's the same as my Maybelline concealer. I always think that sponge tip, you can't like remove it and clean it and it's a bit ugh. But I just wanted to try something else, and this is the perfect like neutral shade. This is the lighter one and it's called the Face Trace Contour Stick in Biscuit. So for light to medium skin tones, and then there's another 1 or 2 shades that are different in tone and a lot deeper. I did try the Kim Kardashian sticks, but the packaging lets that product down. The packaging all splits, the writing rubs off. These have got magnetic lids, they're really robust. They are a bit chunky, so they're not the best for your handbag. Like, you wouldn't want to take all 3, but honestly, these 3 together with a bit of concealer and my eyes is just like done, and it sets really nicely with a little bit of mist. Brilliant products. Lip balms. I am going to address this in a separate short video, but spoiler alert, I'm always trying high-end lip balms to try and find the perfect formula. I find it doesn't really matter if they're cheap or expensive. you tend to get some that are very dry and waxy, some that are like a lip cream that sink in and treat the lips, some that are very shiny. I've tried the Hermes, really expensive one in the just plain clear formula, the Chanel one, and then this one I got for Christmas. Did I get it last year or for my birthday? And I've just put a refill in because I actually used it up. This one is the best of the bunch for me. Everybody's different, but this is just the clear Dior lip balm. It's called like Rose Hydrating or something like that. Just Rouge Dior Satin Balm. It is expensive, but the packaging's lovely. And as I said, you can then buy the refill for less money and insert it into here. It is really I've got lipstick on, so I won't put it on now. It's really hydrating, but the bullet is firm. You know, I've got some that the balm is too soft and you almost feel like you need to keep it in the fridge. This is really firm and you don't feel like you have a thick layer on the mouth, but it is doing something. And as I said, I just think this is the best lip balm that I tried in 2021. And I am a lip balm junkie because I don't really wear lipstick unless I'm going out, and I have really dry, flaky lips. I get chapped lips, so I always need a lip balm on hand. Okay, on to jewellery. That was also really... Jewellery. I have two favourites that I couldn't pick between, so I'm sharing both. One is this tiny little pair of rose gold Huggies with amethyst charms. These are by Lisa Eldridge, the lipstick lady, and I have a cocktail ring with a similar purple stone, and then I asked for these for my birthday, and they're just small. The reason I wanted them is because I had a lot of kind of fashiony Huggies, you know, that I got from like Instagram when we were all buying all these Instagram jewellery brands and stuff in lockdown, and I found like they were really hard to get in and out, and often they wouldn't click very securely on the back, or you'd wear them in the shower and they'd go green. So I just thought those, they click in and you can really feel the bar click into place, and therefore I feel like they're not going to come out. And I love purple. I've wanted some amethyst earrings for ages, so that was like killing two birds with one stone. And I've worn them probably half the week, every week for the half a year that I've had them, so they've become a real staple. The other favourite is Monica Vinader in general as a brand. I just really like a lot of I don't like a lot of it. They have a lot of variation of style. I have realised as I'm getting older, just like with those earrings, that I like delicate metal, quite plain. My favourite is rose gold. These Nura bangles are a funny egg kind of shape. And they're big, so they're really generous on me. Like these are a large and I can wear the medium, but I like that they kind of drape, and I find that slimming on the arm. I have always had for years a set of 3 hammered bangles that were kind of very thin, like these earrings, twisty and hammered, and they were rose gold, gold and silver, and they were really thin and they got really bent out of shape and just kind of fell to bits in the end after about 10-12 years. So these, they're not solid. This one is solid silver. The rose one and the yellow one are plated, but their Monica Vinader stuff is really thickly plated, more like gold filled. This was expensive. The set, they do a lot of things like this in sets of 3, and I bought the set all together, but I did get 30% off because they sent me a code. I think the full price for this set is about $480, so it's kind of fine jewellery territory, but they're really thick. I love the way that they have all these different angles and that they just kind of sit where they want to sit. They're thick enough that you can wear one, so like I could wear this silver one with a Tiffany piece or something. Like I like the way that it is a set, and I love mixed metals together. Like I have a Cartier ring like this, but I also like that then I can separate them and wear them separately. And since I've got them, I've worn them a lot, and they're definitely my favourite jewellery buy of last year. Okay, next, on to like bags and accessories. I didn't actually get that much in 2021. I added most of my newer things in my collection in 2020 because I sold 10 items, 10 bags, and bought 10 bags because I was just kind of refining my collection. Wait, no, I think I sold 10 and I bought 8, sorry. But in 2021, the best bag purchase has been this Mulberry Mini Lily in chestnut. It's a heavy, chunky grained leather, gold hardware with the Mulberry classic like postman's lock, 2 magnets. It's a mini bag, but it's got a long strap, but it's just inside the bag. It's a mini bag, but it's definitely a roomy bag. In fact, today I got a question on an older video asking, would I recommend this or the puzzle bag in tan? And I was saying that they're so different. I got them quite close together, but they're so different in style, in a way, and aesthetic, as well as this is a lot smaller, that they're so different. I couldn't really recommend one over the other. I loved the Mulberry for years. I didn't get it the first time around. So when they brought it back about a year ago, I was like, I have to have it. And I'm so glad I picked the kind of classic colour because it just reminds me of the original one. And I've used this loads. It's really robust. It's slouchy and it will get even more slouchy. But I will say that happens less with the mini. If you buy the standard size, the slouch and the kind of loss of structure will be more. I love this little plaited handle. Even though it's a mini bag, I've got quite big hands and I find it a very usable handle. I really enjoyed this year. Another accessory, I've got 2 to show you. The first one is this strap from Louis Vuitton, which is the Bandoliere XL. So it's quite a long strap, but it's not too thick. I wear it crossbody like that with my Palm Springs mini backpack because I don't really like the strap. Well, I don't mind the straps on the Palm Springs, but I like to leave them set up for a backpack instead of disconnecting them and making them longer and shorter. I get myself in a tiswas, and I wear that bag a lot more since I got this. And I also put this with my black Empreinte Pochette Métis and some other non-Louis Vuitton bags. It's just nice to have a good quality, fun, thick strap to mix and match. It's got a black side and a monogram side. I nearly got this in the reverse monogram because I do really love it, but I just thought this was more versatile because I've got more stuff in the kind of classic canvases, and it has proved to be cost per wear really good because although this is expensive as an add-on, I have worn it a lot. And then lastly, for sort of high-end accessories, my Prada makeup bag. It sits on my vanity and I've used it every single day. And when I buy things like this that you don't wear as part of your outfit, like a bag, that people don't really see, I always feel like it's really extravagant. Like when I got my toiletry bags from Louis Vuitton, you know, the 26, the 19 and the little 15. The 26 and the 19, I just got them because they were in stock in that first lockdown and I knew they were probably phasing them out and I just wanted the set. And I felt like that was really extravagant because you use them as organisation in the home, or just like with this Nice BB. Sorry, you can't really see it there, which has got all my fragrances in. But you know what? I've come to the conclusion that things that you enjoy at home, things that you see, but that you get to use every day and get pleasure from, that's just as valid as things that you kind of take out and people see. So yeah, this just makes me happy. It's the perfect size. So my daily face makeup routine is in here, except for foundation because I do that in the bathroom. And basically I rotate the contents of this bag every week or 2 to make me sort of switch up what I'm using and not have things that just sit in the drawer. So it's really practical. I love the colour. It's super roomy. You can wipe it. It's got this wristlet, which makes me feel like they're encouraging you to use it as like a carrying it around essentials pouch, because why would you just need that on a makeup bag? So twice I have actually used this as a bag, which I know is controversial and some people are like, what are you doing? But I don't have it anymore, but I had a jumper, this exact colour, like a dressy jumper with pearls on. And I wore it with black trousers and I used this as a clutch to go to lunch and it just sat on the table. And then another time I wore it with ripped blue jeans and a white t-shirt and I was just in the mood, and I didn't have a pink bag. I do now have a pink bag in nylon. I have a Longchamp little backpack. But and I took it out and just I was going to a pub garden or something, just had a few essentials in there. And sometimes I'll put this inside a tote. So I can use it when I'm out and about, like with all my essentials in. But yeah, it was expensive, but I've used it so much that it is worth it to me. And it sits there on the side and I sit there and do my makeup out of it every day and it makes me happy. And people have said, why did you buy that when you had just before bought the 26 and the 19? I use those for different things. They are very slim this way, and they don't really work for makeup bags for me, but I use them to organize inside big bags. So this still has a real daily use for me. Okay, on to some fashion bits and bobs now. So for shoes, one is just a practical sort of option, not that exciting, but something that I relied on because throughout the whole of 2021 and ongoing now still, I have this really, really dodgy right knee, and I've had a limp and I've had trouble getting back into exercise or walking a long way. And so one of the things I've been doing along with physio is to wear these very cushiony trainers. So this is a Adidas Ozweego, and these are the white ones that you can see. These are clean. These are like my smart ones from last summer, and I use these for skirts and dresses and stuff, or cute blue jeans, like when I want to like wear a pair of these as part of an actual outfit. And I also am wearing currently the plain black pair because they're great for walking around in winter because they don't show dirt. And then I have a crazy bright neon lime and purple pair that I wear in the gym because I think, I know it's a bit random, if I wear more bright fun things when I'm in the gym, I think it kind of inspires me to feel more energetic. So yeah, these have just been, they're really cushioned, and they just, even when I'm in the house, I often wear them when I'm doing work and standing up in the kitchen, which is a lot because we have a really hard floor, and we're sitting on a concrete slab. It's not a cavity floor in that room, and so I think there's a lot of impact. If you wear thin slippers, it's just jarring on my knee, whereas if I wear these when I'm doing housework, I feel like my knee is more supported. So these have been essential, and they're cool as well. For fashion trainers, I have really loved having these Veja ones. I will link the right model because I can't remember. I ordered 3 styles from Net-a-Porter, and I sent the other 2 back and kept these, and I can't remember which is which. They really vary in style. I had these classic ones with Velcro, and they were my arches high, and the Velcro just would hardly overlap because my foot's really high here, so I need more width. Then the lace-up versions of those ones, they were also a bit narrow, and my foot just, like the toe box, just felt really squashed. And then these ones, which were not so chunky in the sole, but they're just that nice wide, like bowling shoe shape. You can see these have had a lot of wear. They're kind of grubby. The reason these have been such a good addition is that I wear a lot of monochrome. Like I wear a lot of black leather, faux leather, either like tailored fit like trousers or actual joggers with a cuff, and the black leather and this just, it looks really pulled together. If you wear trainers with more colours or pattern on, or like my Gucci ones have got red and green on, it's just a different look. If you're wearing like a floral tea dress and then you're wearing white trainers that have got other colours on, it can just all look a bit busy. So I just didn't have any trainers that were white that just had black detail, and they just proved to be really useful because you can wear them with any colour outfit, and they're really comfortable once you break them in. I watched reviews of these and people all said they're very stiff and rigid because they use this chrome-free leather, which is more environmental. But once they start to mold to your feet, they are comfy. I wish they did half sizes. I don't think that they do. The 7 was a bit stiff and tight, and this 8, oh no, hang on, is it a 7.5 or an 8? Yeah, no, this is an 8, which is a 41. I probably need a 40.5. So these are a bit loose, but I'd rather that than the other ones that were a bit tight, and I didn't know if they'd stretch. But these, I really recommend them. They really just make outfits, but they don't look try hard. They're just cool. And then lastly, you know how much I love a Russell and Bromley combat boot. So in 2020, I got 2 pairs of black ones, like a lambskin super soft lace-up pair, and then I bought the exact same style in patent, just because they feel more dressy, and that was the only other. When I wanted to add a second pair, because the first ones were getting worn to death, I got the patent because they just felt like, yeah, they were more dressy, but without getting another colour, and they didn't have any other colours. Now they have quite a few colours. And then this summer I was shopping in London with my daughter, and I added these because I wanted a Chelsea boot style, and it didn't have any brown or like chestnut coloured boots. And I like these with like my Loewe puzzle bag or this. And then I saw on the website when I was browsing that they brought out like a more contrast with a black sole. This is like a light kind of creamy beige. So yeah, Russell and Bromley boots are the boot. All the other boots I've got I never really wear because I just wear the 4 pairs of Russell and Bromley boots. They're chunky, they're really round, they're comfy. The one thing I would say is that I am a 7 in the lace-up boots and an 8 in these. And they're cut exactly the same shape. They just have different detail. But for some reason they've sized these up. These come up way smaller. So if you, I know quite a few of you messaged me to say that you've bought the lace-up ones after seeing them on my videos and stuff. If you like this sort of shape, the pull-on ones, they are literally a whole size smaller. If you hold up the sole against my size 7s, they're the same. It's weird. So you need to go up a size for the Chelsea boot. Okay, I think that is just about it, apart from my fashion favourite, and I think there were 10 things. I'm going to check back at the end, but I think we're on to number 10 now. And that has to be my Frankie shop jackets. I have a green one. Where is the green one? I'll get it so you can see, but everybody knows what these are at this point. This is the one I got first. And I knew it would be super practical, super me, because it is lightweight but slightly waterproof, gives warmth but without being like, here it doesn't get super cold other than the odd week. So I just knew this would be the most versatile, like use it all the time type jacket. And I love this one with the 2 tones of the green. It is the classic one, but I did think if I wore this all the time it would get a bit grubby, and also it doesn't go with everything. So for example, I'm wearing this like pea green today. It's a different tone, it wouldn't go. So when I saw, I think it was Claire Chanel was showing this black one that was like an exclusive to Net-a-Porter, I was just like, so yeah, I bought the black one as well, and it's much plainer. It has these same brown tortoiseshell buttons. So it's just this very wide, short, waterproof jacket, but it just goes over everything. And I tell you another thing, coats, they're both super, but I mostly just wear those constant rotation. They weigh nothing. They are really wide, so you can wear really chunky knits underneath them. They just go with everything and make everything look cool. So those were the 10 best things I got in 2021. Honourable mentions, this Mason & Pearson hairbrush nearly made the cut, and the only reason it didn't is because it may have been late 2020 when I got it, and also it's a hairbrush, so a lot of people would be like, well, that's boring, but it's pink, it's a revelation. I toyed with getting one of these for years and thought, 100 quid for a hairbrush? You've got to be joking. And I know you can't tell from today, I did do my hair was straight, guys, but I've been out twice and got rained on, so it just curled up, and I just thought, just leave it. Instead of, if I actually brush it, it will become like a big frizz. But yeah, this is some man-made bristles, some boar bristles, and it just goes through knots on slightly damp hair, on dry hair. And if you sit there and do a good like 5-minute brushing through in the evening, it increases shine, it smooths out the cuticles. It is actually better than other brushes that I've tried, and it's worth the money. Just shop around and get a discount. I ended up getting this for 30% off on a sale, and yeah, I really love it, and the girls both try and steal it all the time. And then my other kind of honourable mention, and the only reason I didn't find a way to sneak this in is because I got it late November or December, so to have it as a favourite of 2021 felt like a bit silly. It's like when people do favourites and show a bag that they got a week before. It can't really be a good true favourite unless you've used it for a while. But I am utterly in love with this Acne scarf because A, it's this dark forest green, but B, it's a lot softer and lighter than my other Acne scarves. It's still pretty wide, but you can see it's quite fine. So I tend to have it almost like folded in half, so it's like a long, thin scarf. It's really long, and it just has that kind of natural kind of pashmina frill on the end. It's ultra soft and cozy, but yet still really warm. I love it so much, and I've worn it nearly every day since I got it. Yeah, I really recommend Acne scarves. I got this from Net-a-Porter and it was about £180, so a bit more than my Canada scarves, but they're thicker, more woolly. This is softer. It hasn't got bobbles or anything on it yet, no pilling. Yeah, so those are the things that I really enjoyed the most and continuing to enjoy that I added in 2021. I hope you enjoyed this. I am coming back next with either something to do with winter skincare or my favourite winter things for keeping warm, skincare, looking after your, hand care, everything like that to do with the colder months. And then I also thought I would do a most worn, like the most worn bags, accessories, shoes. There might be some overlap with this video, but yeah, let me know what you'd like to see from me, because I often feel really enthusiastic to make content for you guys, but I don't really know what to do because I don't add that many new things anymore. I'm more about enjoying the things I've got, and I'm not keen for some reason, I'm not sure why, but I just don't fancy doing what I've got for Christmas this year. So I know I've had a few requests for that, but I'm not doing that this year. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time. Take care.